December 21, 2025. We are just a few days away from Christmas, and I still have not finished all the Christmas decorations. I don't have any Christmas decoration here in the studio. So I'm going to try to clean up the studio today, get all these pedestal fans out of here, get some of these boxes out of here, so that this room can be cleaned up enough to put the Christmas decoration out. And then I want to try to finish cleaning up everything upstairs, and then that'll be a wrap for the Christmas decorating. And then we can resume normal day-to-day activities on video. So I'm going to start by getting all these pedestal fans out of here. I'm going to put all these pedestal fans on the other side of the room. I have cleaned up a fair bit over here. This is much better than it was. This was all completely overrun with Christmas stuff. But now this is back to normal. Can reach the lights again. So a bunch of these pedestal fans that I have over there, I'm going to try to use this year during Christmas time. But for now, I'm going to put them all over here because I don't really care if this area is all cluttered up. Well, I don't want the other side of this room all cluttered up because I work in here. Eventually we'll have to put these pedestal fans away more better, like I have, the other ones. I'll take them apart and hang up on the wall, but for now, this will get them out of the way until I am ready to work on them. Pedestal fans are kind of a pain to store. They have a lot of area they take up. There's ways to store them efficiently, but none of them are convenient. This is probably the most convenient method that's generally efficient. It's probably the most efficient you can get without taking them apart. See if we can whack everything on the way over. There's one Honeywell one, which is sticky honey. I think I'm going to leave over here because that I want to work on right away. That's the first one I want to use. And this north directional, I also want to work on right away. But this is pretty compact. I think it'll fit right in here pretty easy. Just stick it in here. Okay, so that's all the pedestal fans. This fiber optical thing we should probably use. Maybe we'll use that in the studio, I'm not sure. What else does not need to be over here? This does not need to be over here. I can probably stack up some boxes over here. Here's another tree that we can use to decorate over here or in the studio. Hopefully this works, I'm not sure. I think this is one of the ones I had at work. Let's see if it is the working or not. It's not working. I thought it was. All right, we'll have to see if we can fix that. All right, well, maybe we can use that if it's a simple fix. I don't want to spend too much time trying to fix that. Here's another pedestal fan, which I don't think we're going to get to this one anytime soon. These are kind of bulky. This was another trash find. It's amazing how many people throw those out because they don't know how to put them together properly, which is dumb. Waste of money, waste of time, waste of resources. But I know how to put them together correctly, so I will gladly take them from the trash and use them myself. Because just like with the box fans, I think those are generally pretty satisfactory. Okay, what else can we clean up over here? So we have the Christmas decoration box here. That's great. Obviously we'll keep that over here for now because we're going to use that. And then this we're going to use. We'll put this on the table. This we're not going to get to right away because I don't have an immediate use for this time of year. So let's wrap up the cord on this and put this away for now. There are unnecessarily tools everywhere here. I'll leave that out because I might need that to fix that tree that broke. That's probably going to be a loose bulb on that thing, or it might be a relamp. I don't remember. I thought it was in good working order last time I used it, but I don't know. Just don't remember anymore. Alright. This, I might try to clean this up before Christmas. It's kind of an interesting unit. But for now, let's get it out of the way. I need to vacuum the floor. The floor is filthy. Okay, that can get put away. this can get put away. This thing is loud and barely moves any air. This needs to be worked on. Potential candidate for Christmas time. These need to go somewhere else. Don't belong in here. That needs to go somewhere else. That doesn't belong in here either. And this one can go somewhere else as well, because this is not an immediate cleanup. Okay. Got some more floor space now, that's good. This needs to go somewhere else. So we've got a bunch of boxes here. This, I think we'll try to put this down here somewhere. This is candles. That can go on the other side. That can go on the other side, and this can go on the other side. This is going to go in the attic. This is Lowe's extra stock of C9s. Don't have anywhere to put that down here. This is cancel out, so I'll cancel this out. Put these on the other side. I don't want to bury anything over here too much because I might want to get some more C9s out for down here. Potentially, I'm not sure. I think I have one box here. Yeah, I do. I have one box right there. Minor freak show here. Minor freak show. Let's leave that out. This box of candles is going to go on the other side. Don't need that over here anymore. Put this with the rest of the Christmas stuff. Perhaps we'll use that next year. So now a bunch of this stuff has got to go back up against there. I don't really like having stuff up against there, but for now that's where it's going to be. So we had this here, which needs a video. We had this, which the counting is wrong on the buttons. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 9, which is just... You can't make this stuff up. It's absolutely incredible that that was allowed to leave the production area like that. And it makes you wonder, because I would have expected that to be a picture at that point in time. And so was the phone itself made wrong? I have no idea. This system I want to do a checkout on soon. A couple other units here I want to show. Alright, we got a lot of floor space back already. It didn't take too long. I really don't want this stuff piled up over here long term, but I need to get this studio functional again. So for now, this stuff is just going to go like this. And then these are thin enough I could probably put these on top. Don't like this. Gonna change it soon, but for now, it'll have to suffice. Alright, that's pretty decent now. Much better than it was before. So now let's go back to the other side and see if we can stack up some of these boxes a little bit better. So I think over here I want to put some boxes right here. We have a couple ceiling fan boxes we can put there, and some other miscellaneous stuff. We got to get some 2x4s to put down Or maybe we could just put it on this. I just don't want it on the floor in case it floods. I'm not gonna like that. It's gonna protrude into the walkway. Just get the correct thing from the garage. And we gotta do some work here in the garage too. This is also somewhat of a mess. I'll just grab these, some 2x4s that are about the right size of that box, and we'll just lay these on the floor. Ow. Might not have anything the right size. That's unfortunate. I think I have to use these. It's not really what I wanted, but I think it'll work. It is very, very cold out here, but at least the wind seems to have toned down a little bit. All right, so we have a bunch of things we can put there. Oh, the garage phone is in here.
Sunday, 5:06.
Is the battery still working? Seems to be. For a while, the battery was getting a little flaky on that. Thought we were going to have to replace it. This box should have gone with the Christmas stuff, because this is for the gumdrop lights. Put that over there with that Christmas box. Really? Okay, put this here like that, and then I'll get two more fans to put, I think they're empty boxes, but put on top of there. We have a crest box, which is what's installed in the living room currently. So that's an empty box and a weight there. And then we have a Hunter fan. These are all Christmas boxes that should have gone on the other side as well. If it doesn't say Hunter, it's not Hunter. What a stupid and dumb obvious slogan. If it's not Fetters, it doesn't say Fetters. You're no kidding. If it's not Hampton Bay, if it doesn't say Hampton Bay. Dumbest slogan I've ever heard. It's not a Hunter if it doesn't say Hunter. It doesn't instill any confidence in the product whatsoever. It's just a stupid, obvious thing to say. I don't really know what this stuff is. I don't feel like finding out right now, so I'm just going to put it here. And we'll find out some other day. I don't think it's anything of critical importance right now. As long as it's out of the way for now, that's really all I'm concerned about. Let's see what else can we put over here. I think I have one more ceiling fan. It's I got the 36-inch Enviro fan over here. Let's put that. It's actually hanging over here right now. Probably will be putting this away soon. Just kind of put it over here in the studio as a placeholder for now. But we'll put this away soon, and then after Christmas passes, we'll get this back out. Actually, I'll get out 3 of them, and we'll install those into the living room. And that will be a pretty cool setup. Okay. That's pretty good now. I have not much left over here that needs to get out of here. This windmere fan needs to get out of here. Just put this down here for now. Turn this light off. And let's go back over here. Yeah, much better. You can see the floor again. Just have some boxes of cordless phones left. And there's a couple of Christmas boxes. This can go upstairs. This is Christmas. Just put this over here for now. Oh, this is full. Probably should keep that handy for a set of spares if need be. or the unlikely event that a whole string blows out somewhere. That doesn't usually happen for the C9s. It's more of a mini lights activity. Although even the mini lights, despite all the hate they receive, which is uncalled for, I don't really have a whole lot of reliability issues with them for the most part. Especially the strings I've owned since new. Now, speaking of mini lights with issues, let's see if we can fix this tree. If I can fix this, I'll use it in the display down here. First, let's wrap these up, put this away. The whole fan has just been kicking around over here on the floor for the last couple weeks, which is totally unsatisfactory. So let's get this properly put away. So what I like to do with the blades and irons is I take some wrapping paper and I'm going to need some of that lousy blue tape, which is over here. I'm going to need two labels, the 1, the 2, and we're going to inscribe Hampton Bay Windward 1 onto both of these labels. going to individually wrap the blades within the paper. And if we do it just right for 4 blades, we only need 1 sheet. Well, I guess we didn't do it quite right. We'll just use another sheet. It's not worth risking something getting all scratched up. Notice how we're not going crazy with tape. We'll just put maybe 2 pieces and that's it. I'm not going to wrap the whole thing in tape like it's just, I don't get it. Why people do that? It drives me nuts. The stupid tape freak shows. Okay, so this is not correct. It wasn't long enough. I'm trying to set up a new system for, actually that was just totally wrong. I need to put a different label here. What I want to do is have all the labels like this, so when they're sitting on the shelf I can just kind of thumb through these and read the labels. Because right now it's a huge production to try to find ceiling fan blades, and it shouldn't be. It's just disorganized. So that's what we're going to do for the blades. I feel like that keeps the blades pretty secure. Now I'm going to get another piece of paper for the irons. I do not like to stack irons without anything in between them, especially finishes like polished brass. That's a good way to ruin them. So we'll just need to cut this paper in half. Now we can stack them like this with the paper in between, and they're not going to get all scratched up and ruined. Or at least they really shouldn't. If they're being handled remotely gently, this should be fine like this. I'll put second piece of paper just to close it up and make it secure. That can go on the ceiling fan shelf now. That tape seems to be working better as the roll progresses. Tape did not work very well at all when I first opened it up. It was actually pretty dreadful when I first opened it up. Now let's see if we can find somewhere to hang that ceiling fan. I don't really want to fill this area with ceiling fans, but for the sake of simplicity and time, I might just hang it right here. I think I gotta get some screws out of the garage again. Yeah, I don't have any screws in here. That's fine, I can get some screws, not a problem. Plenty of screws in the garage, tens of thousands of screws probably. Sure is cold out here though. Two 1-inch screws. Wind today is off the charts once again. It's been such a common problem this year. It's just ridiculous amounts of wind constantly. Wind, 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 wind. Just constant stupid wind. Getting tired of it. It was 46 degrees and sunny today. Felt miserable out because of the stinking wind. Normally that would be pretty tolerable. But not with the stinking wind. Always gotta have wind. Alright, I'm just gonna put it over here for now. Because I don't have time to put it anywhere else. I'll move it later. I just use this to start the screws. It's not gonna screw them in. It doesn't have anywhere near enough power to do that. But it's a little bit easier to start it with this when you can't reach it. Actually, I took it in further than I was expecting. I guess I wasn't giving this thing as much credit as it deserves. Alright, now we'll just put the fan there. And that will get the fan out of the way and safely out of the way. And I'm going to throw the bag of screws in the canopy there so it stays with the fan. Okay, it's locked. It's sturdy. Good. It's safe. That is a nice fan. Alright, now the blades. And the irons I will just temporarily put right here in here. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll put them up top here. Has a little more space. These go in the back. I have a spot for these. I don't want to spend the time today to put them there. I'll deal with that when I have something else I want to grab back there. It's becoming less and less of an ordeal to get the stuff back there as I organize it better, but it does still take some time. Okay, good. So that's safe and secure now, out of the way. For some reason, all these just decided to fall out. But that's obnoxious. I bought this to honk at the stupid squirrels. I wonder if it works. Let's see if this is any good. Oh gosh, that is super loud. I don't even want to honk that in the house anymore. My ears are already ringing from that. Okay, well that actually works. I was not really expecting that to work, but that actually works. Alright. My ears are actually ringing from that. Holy cow. This claims to be, I think it's like 130 decibels or something. And I didn't believe it in the slightest, but now I kind of do. Alright, good. So we'll honk that at the squirrels next time I see one trying to ruin something that I spent good money on. Which I'm sure won't be too long from now, because there is nothing short of a squirrel infestation over here. Alright, let's see if we can fix this. This has been pretty reliable over the years, so I'm surprised that now it's busted. I seem to have lost the power bar that was down here. I don't know if did I use it for, I must have used it for Christmas stuff or something. Huh. What if I put it to the Christmas tree? Or to the one of the villages? I don't know. But I can't find it anymore, so I gotta get a different bar to use down here. I liked the ISO bar because it would stand up sideways, which showed the kilowatt meter nicely. This bar will not stand up sideways and will not show the kilowatt meter nicely, but for this particular use case, it doesn't really matter. Just need something to get the power down to this tree. Alright, let's start by making sure we have power going into the set, which we almost always have. Yep, we have power going to the set, so as usual, the fuse is not bad. I don't think I've ever seen one of those fuses go bad just by itself. Very, very rare. The only time I can think of is when a C9 bulb burns out and then the filament like shorts. Sometimes it'll blow out then, but that's about it. Alright. Now this bulb is not coming on, so it's possible that we have a relamp case here. Or it's also possible this doesn't have any batteries in it. I don't know if this has any of the batteries. Huh. I just noticed that it has a plug there. I wonder what that's for. Can you just plug the whole thing in instead of putting the individual lights? Have I been using this in a more difficult manner than is necessary this whole time? No, that didn't work. I think that this might be all burnt out. That's a shame if that's the case. No, it's not all burnt out. Just a couple are out. Okay. Well, we've got a few that are out. There is some bulbs in here. Let's see if these work. These are allegedly 2.5 volt bulbs. And according to this, it takes 2.5 volt bulbs. As long as there's not a mismatch in the wattage, then we should be able to use these bulbs. These are 170 milliamps according to this bag. I guess we could find out what the wattage of the existing bulbs is by, well, assuming the string was all the same bulb and all working, we could measure the wattage and then divide it by the number of bulbs in the string, and that would tell us what the wattage of the bulbs is. But we don't have that condition here. Alright, this is annoying. Why is it not going in? These seem to work properly. Bulbs are so dusty. You can like see a haze on them. Yeah, there's a dangerous amount of bulbs burned out on this thing. Hopefully these bulbs burned out while the thing was sitting and not while it was in use, because that would have taken a fair bit of life out of the rest of the bulbs if it was running with that many out. That would give a significant voltage increase across the whole string, because this is a series set. Alright, that all looks good now. Excellent, that's fixed. Put the rest of these bulbs back. I only got 4 left. I'll put them back in there. 4 170 milliamp bulbs. Actually, these should probably go in the bulb box. I feel like it's not a good idea to have these in here because, you know, when you're using this, it probably is vibrating the filaments a lot. Okay, so that's good. Let's see if we can clean up the table a little bit and maybe get this clear enough to put some lights on. I'm going to cancel this fan out for the moment, put this somewhere else. I'm not going to cancel out, this is a very important fan, but get it out of the way. And we'll put this lamp somewhere else too. Don't need that here. That lamp's going to go somewhere else. This lamp is going to go somewhere else before it makes me go somewhere else. This should go upstairs, because this is Christmas. It can go upstairs in the kitchen, along with this. And I'm going to put this in the living room to use for the pencils on the desk. I don't know what pull fobs these are from. They're a pretty good length though. Oh, that's not good. You know what else is missing from here? The cold glue. The cold glue box is missing from in there. I'm gonna get that and put that back in. We're in the garage now, and we need to empty some things out of the car. And this is going to be a bit of a chore because it is so cold out. I don't want to open the door. So I'm going to move all the stuff that's here on the front so I can push the car forward, and then I can open the back without having to open the building door. It's 27 degrees with high winds. I'll take all the heat right out of the room in a matter of minutes. And the heat in here is electric, So it would be quite costly to recover that. I don't really want all this stuff to be here anyways. I need to get this cleaned up. It's better than it was a few weeks ago. It got bad because I had piled a bunch of stuff up during Christmas, but now it's can be cleared out again. Behind where the camera is actually cleared out now, so it got better. Man, is it freezing? It is just so cold today. I currently have so many of these GE box fans over here because I have two over here that are in for repairs, and then I have a bunch of my own, and then I found two more recently. Oh, I forgot about all this wood that was under here. This is the leftover stuff from the village table build. Just put these longer pieces under there for now. They're just scraps. This I'll put somewhere else because that's a good clean piece. This has to get out of the way. This goes over there for now. So we got some good stuff in here. Not a lot, but definitely some good stuff. Okay, so now I can push this forward. I do this to let the heat out into the room. Get quite a few degrees out of this. So I went to visit Kevin yesterday, and we went to the Habitat, which he should really go to more often. And I picked up a light, and then he had a fan, some fan parts I got to give to Ed, and air conditioner, which is kind of funny because it's freezing. All right, so now I'm gonna come behind here and just kind of push this forward. I'm gonna hit those things hanging there. Yeah. This I bought just for the light string. It's a nice old 90s light set. And it's got, I think, 1 or 2 sockets missing, so I knew it was going to be thrown out immediately by the next person that buys it, most likely. This is otherwise kind of a stupid thing, but the light's good. Fix the light. This is the noisiest watering can ever. Some vintage toolboxes here. Okay. Now I should be able to push this up further. Okay, good. Now I can get all this stuff out of the back without going outside. Nope, I have to go outside because the door is locked and the keys are not in this room. Whoa, man. It is absolutely freezing out here. It's been a pretty cold winter thus far. And last year was the same way. I think the wind is worse this year, though. It's consistently been like 35 to 45 mile per hour winds for days at a time, which is, that's bitter. That's very, very bitter. That makes even 50 degrees feel kind of cold. I brought an extra jacket in case the car broke, because it was really cold. And actually, I did use this jacket when we were looking at the Christmas lights outside. But fortunately, the car didn't break. I didn't need it for that reason. I also brought my Tornado box fan, which Kevin had a very high opinion of as well. I brought back this pipe wrench, which Kevin had borrowed, and he put some string on here. I don't know if that was to be funny or if that was serving a purpose, but it might have been dual purpose. I don't know. I know Ed likes to put string on high velocity fans, and now Kevin likes to put string on tools. Maybe string is the new tape, I don't know. So this is the fan that is for parts for Ed. It must be very efficient. Doesn't even have a motor. And now here is the light. So this light I got from the Habitat, and when I saw this I immediately thought of the kitchen. This would look amazing over the kitchen table. It's the right color scheme, it's the right shape. I really wanted a billiards light for that area, and I still do, but this is the next best thing I can find and afford. The billiard lights are usually a 4-digit price tag, but this was very affordable. It's a beautiful lamp, and it should look great in there. So that might be a winter thing. In the summer, of course, I'd probably rather have a fan, but in the winter, you know, don't really need a fan in there. Now, I do have some bones to pick with that Habitat, because there was some kind of a nut job working there, or volunteering there, I guess. And she says, oh, everything is half off, all the Christmas decoration half off. I said, okay, these, 5 light candeliers are $5 a piece. That's actually a pretty good deal. I said, okay, I'll get 2 of them if they're half off. But then the guy at the register says they're not half off. Well, I wouldn't have bought 2 then. These lies. I hate lies. Oh no. something just broke. I can't believe that that's how that broke. You gotta be flipping serious. So this is the light globe that came with that light. This is a very, very heavy, thick, good quality globe. And now what just broke was, it was already broken, so it's not really in much worse condition. It was part of the air conditioner. So this air conditioner, I guess Kevin found this in the trash. It's a Fetters, and the guard is all busted up. This is what just broke off, which is unfortunate, but I can fix that pretty easily. The bigger problem is that the bottom pieces for this guard are missing, so it's hard to put the thing on the machine. It's only got one of the tabs left, so I don't know, maybe Russ, if you're watching this, do you have one of these by the poison ivy? Also, the louvers are missing, which is dumb. I don't know where they go. The door, by some miracle, is still on that grill, though. And then lastly, we have the machine itself. So we don't know why this was canceled out. It's kind of dirty, so it's possible that it was just discarded from being dirty. But we could not get the thermostat to start up the compressor during the initial testing. Now granted, we was testing it in 35-degree weather outside, but this does have continuous runs, so it should have, I would think, started, but I don't know. I don't know how that works. Does the continuous run work indefinitely, or does it require at least a certain temperature to be able to operate? I don't know the answer to that yet. And here's the machine. It's a 7,500 BTU with a Rotor X. It appears to have gas in it still, and it operates. The fan is kind of getting locked up, but 100% salvageable. So it's possible it was discarded because the fan was squeaking. It's possible it was discarded because the temperature was not working properly. Or it's possible it was just discarded because it was dirty. I think all three of those are equally as likely. So either way, good save on Kevin's part. Both him and I really like those machines. So it's over here for now because I have more storage space. Well, that's, oh, yeah. Anyways, I have somewhere it can be for now, but I would not be surprised if he takes it back. But that's fine, maybe we can share it. Okay, something just happened that's very bad. So this just fell. This happened once before. This fell. This is something that my mother gave me many years ago, and I had it hanging above the car here, and it fell off when I did something similar to this before, and it was on top of the car and I didn't know it, and I just happened to find this walking the dog down the street. I didn't even realize it was missing. So that just happened again. This time I was paying attention because I knew that might happen. So I got to put that back once I put this back. Okay, so this should be back where it belongs now. There's about 2 inches left. I want those 2 inches. Okay, that should be good now. Perfect. What else is left in here? The gloves. This can go back in the bedroom. I brought these gloves in case the car broke, but I used them when we were looking at Christmas lights, which is a better reason. Well, there's a document in here. Oh, there's some, this is kind of funny. I found these at the OK Will a couple years ago. These are General Electric branded C6 replacement bulbs, and at the time I hadn't become fascinated by these yet, and so I knew that Kevin was, so I gave these to Kevin, and he hadn't used them yet, so I asked for them back because now I have a fascination with these things. I need a couple of these covers, so there's that. He doesn't need them. He has hundreds and hundreds of those things. Okay, I think that's everything that was in here. We have the global positioning system, but that can stay. Now put this camera cord away. This is the power cord that I use for the camera, for the camera 8. I'm using the camera 12 right now, but I use the camera 8 when I record a long trip, because the camera 8 is still perfectly good. It just doesn't have battery anymore. In fact, I would still be using that camera exclusively if the battery situation did not take place. So I still use it here in the car when I can just have it plugged in, because it is still perfectly good. Okay. Alright, everything is back to normal here in the car for whatever the next time is that I need to go somewhere. Alright, let's put all this stuff back. Try to find a safe place for this light. I think I might actually just take it into the studio and hang it up, because something bad is going to happen with it being there like that. Candelier number 1. Candelier number 2. Money I would not have spent, but because there were lies, I spent the money, which is not right. If that was not a non-profit organization, I would have made a big stink about that. If that happened like at Lowe's or something, I would have made a fuss. But it wasn't worth causing a scene at the register over $5 at a non-profit store. At some point, you got to start picking and choosing your battles in life, because there's just too many of them. And that was not one worth pursuing. Wasn't right, but I will just live with it. Yeah, this looks much better not having all this junk here. I gotta clean this up. The problem is this doesn't really interfere with anything, so I don't have a lot of reason to clean it up, other than it doesn't look good. I'll put this back now. I should really put it back differently so that it doesn't keep falling. You know, I don't understand what changed here. This is annoying. The trimmer has been here for years, And I've always walked by here and it's never been a problem. Now it's a problem. I don't understand what changed. That thing has been, literally has been there for years. And I've never had a clearance issue before. Well, I think I might have just solved this problem. Put that up there like that. That might not be an issue anymore. So why is this like this? There's no gas in it, which I don't think there is anymore. Maybe I will just turn it upside down. That works. No, it doesn't. I bet I'm gonna catch a case of poison ivy now from touching this thing. Okay. That'll work. I don't know why that changed, but whatever, it doesn't matter, it's fixed. This can go back over here for next time. I always end up with some of this left because the thing takes 6 quarts of oil and these are 5-quart containers, so I end up having one container sit around for a long time. Because I just use one and then part of that one is already here. Might as well put this up here instead of this modern piece of junk. This thing, it's filthy and beat up. It looks like it belongs in a garage anyways. It's a better fit. Okay. Probably won't be using this until the spring. I had used this to take some water out of the heating system because the pressure got a little too high. This is a source of significant frustration. Here's another one of those O-rings from the oil filter. We'll add this to the drawer. There's got to be 20 of those things in there by now. That goes back inside. This actually goes right here. And then this goes there, that can go there. We got some triangles. This can just kind of hang out in there like that, that's fine. Put that over there so that it can fall over next time I try to get the ladder out. It's like hardly any extension cords in there because they're all out for Christmas. This is a handy testing device. Put this away for next time we test something of unknown condition. That goes inside. This is rare, we'll cancel this out. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that light inside. I don't want this out here on the floor. Nothing good is gonna come out of that. This can go inside. This can go back inside. Okay, let's go inside and actually I can put this back. This can go back too while we're putting things away. Keeping those little pieces for whatever psychotic reason there might be. We've got some candles that we can bring inside and check out. Those are nice candles. Okay, let's go inside and get that light situated. That's where the light will reside for now until I get around to that project. And I think I'm going to call it there for the night.